I just recorded my Royal Rumble review video and it got deleted by mistake. It was like a 47-minute video. So I'm not going to record 47 minutes more. I'll just give a rough review. Jay winning, they can tell a story, but I would have preferred Punk to win. And it looks like they will have to do a lot of things with the other storylines so that if this J thing ends in a bust, they still have the other storylines so that their their ratings don't fall and their attendance don't fall too. The thing is, they could have given the Logan spot apart from the AJ thing, eliminating Punk and all, being in the final three to Drew, it would have made storyline sense with Jay going against Drew, Drew eliminating Punk, getting the better of him. It could have worked. In the women's Royal Rumble, I would say that they could have given Jordan a much bigger spotlight than they gave her. Like, she eliminated one person and she got pretty much like beaten up by other women in the ring, and she got eliminated by Julia. So she's probably going into NXT. She's probably going there, like maybe standard level. She loses to Julia, then she goes to the main roster. Maybe she's there to like get the WWE style under her belt, maybe get those promos under her belt. Maybe that's why they are doing it. Cody versus Kevin was awesome. Like, he was a badass babyface. He's not Cody Lander. He's he did what he said he was going to do, and he did that because Kevin tried to end his mentor's career. He talked shit about him and all. The MCMG was a DIY match. I think when the crowd was really getting into it, they should have given them 5 more minutes. It would have ended into a 4-star match. The 2 out of 3 falls kind of, I think, hindered them, and not hindered them because of the match type. It hindered them because of the time they were given. If they had a single fall match and if it was just like a no disqualification instead of a 14 instead of a 2 out of 3 falls, they could have done much more in those 14 minutes. It was innovative, like the fake tag, Champa getting the win, Motor City Machine Guns getting the second fall. Street Profits, I think, are kind of, they're going to be tweeners, but they're on the heelish side because in the end they did attack the baby faces first to ensure the heels win. Of course, they have a reason to attack the baby faces because they have a reason to make sure that DIY wins, because they know DIY made sure that they lost, and they want to take revenge from DIY and take those titles out of 4 years. I think this can lead to eventually triple threat tag at Mania, MCMG, Street Profits, DIY. Maybe you have Street Profits take the titles of DIY before Mania because they're kind of heelish, and get MCMG the babyface win at Mania. You can do that as a direction also. I think in the Cody Kevin match, like, this is a high 4 out of 5 for me. This could have been uh, like, people will say like, why are you giving it a 4 out of 5 if you think this is a really good match? Because if you look at the match aside from the story and all, like, it had stretches of being slow, so that subtracts 1 star. But it is a high 4 out of 5 because they told a story with this ladder match. Like, they had they used the ladder as a means to show that they hate each other. Even if you didn't know that they hated each other, you didn't watch the promo before the match, you would still get it that they hate each other. They were using the ladder steps as weapons, breaking them off, beating each other, them taking the back bumps, them not using other things. Like, I don't think any other weapon, like, aside from ladders, was used aside from like an you know a glass of alcohol and maybe like throwing them into the steel steps. Aside from that, and especially the last 10 minute stretch was something else. That Kevin hitting the fisherman suplex, Cody going all crazy. He was like, you wanted this, right? Him making Kevin Owens bleed, Kevin Owens going for the package spider with Cody hitting with the Alabama slam. Kevin did the great thing, he didn't took the bump on his back rather than on his head. Like, I gasped. I really thought that Kevin was dead at that moment. Cody valiantly went as a babyface and won the match. He said to Sammy also that he wanted this and everything. I wish that they would have emphasized Sammy being more conflicted, but even with what they did, it was fine. Like, I just am thinking that if Kevin is injured, if they want to show like how much Kevin has suffered and they do not have him there for weeks, then how do you set up a Kevin versus Sammy match at Elimination Chamber? Because if that happens, then you can set up Orton coming back, KO versus Orton at Mania. But if that's not happening, where does Orton go from here? So you can do that with them also. I just don't know what they do with this Randy Orton thing. Let's see what happens. You also the women's Royal Rumble. One thing you can say, it was really good until the Nia Jax spot happened, which made no sense to me. It felt like they didn't want Charlotte to get booed. This is why they had that spot. So because if there was like a EO or a Bianca in the final three, Charlotte definitely would have got booed there. But they had an unknown commodity in Roxanne and Nia Jax. Roxanne really got over because she was there for the longest time as a woman in the Royal Rumble. She got the elimination on Nia Jax also. I wish they would have given Roxanne more time in the ring and with Charlotte, but okay, that's fine. Chelsea Green was really over with the crowd. I hope she does have plans so that she can make her US title reign interesting. Let's hope that happens. They should have swapped Nikki's and Alexa Bliss's positions also. Then I think I get you can tell a story with EO like being the underdog going after Rhea. One thing people should know, Rhea is not losing at Mania. I think Rhea will not lose the title before SummerSlam. I think night one women will main event because Bianca is involved so much with Cardi B in this thing. So Rhea and Bianca will probably main event with you. Maybe they throw EO in there as well. But Rhea is not losing, and maybe we have like a MITB cash in of Roxanne cashing in the main event of night one SummerSlam and she winning the women's championship. Maybe that can happen too. I don't mind Charlotte winning her match against Tiffany if that leads to like a Bret Hart Stone Cold double turn and that makes like Tiffany the biggest babyface in the world. I don't mind that. And also it looks like it's going to be a Judgment Day Wyatt Six feud, but the thing is both are on different rosters. I don't know how they do that. Men's Royal Rumble, it was really great. You had the hardcores of hardcore wrestling fans, people's first, all the workers. You had the Gable, him going against the luchador spot, everyone beating him up. You had Braun Breaker coming and taking out all the minorities. You had Carmelo Hayes taking out Tozawa Speed coming in, Braun Breaker killing Speed, and Otis killing him further. You had Roman Reigns coming out at 16, him having a moment with Joe Henry, him having a moment with Jacob and Braun Breaker. Looking at it, I was like, Braun Breaker is the next guy. Just book him well as Intercontinental Champion. Just give him normal TV time, not have him like show up in a backstage segment 1 week, then have him off TV for 3 weeks. Then Drew got eliminated unceremoniously. I don't know why. Jay winning, I have already told my opinion. I think what you do with Drew is add him in that CM Punk Seth Roman Reigns rivalry. Like that just makes sense. Have Damien in like the US title picture, like a a, 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 a ladder match for the US championship. Like have Damien, have Jacob, have Jimmy, have Andrade, have Carmelo. You can have AJ also there. Like you can have these guys, have LA Knight there. You can have these guys in the US title ladder match and it makes sense story wise also. That can work too, and you can have Jacob win that match if you are not getting the Jacob Roman match at main, which you are not most probably. Then that was that. I didn't really go into further things because I made a video which was 47 minutes, but that got accidentally deleted by me, so I'm sorry. But if you like this type of video, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, share it with those who do. My social media links, my Instagram and my Twitter links are in the description. Go follow me on that. My UPI ID link, Shabadritokicici, is in the description also. Donate any amount which you fit to do so, because it will help me a lot in making YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for me today. So thank you, goodbye, alvida.